Is it winter or spring? Did the groundhog have something to do with our crazy weather?
Did a bear have something to do with the survival of a little lost boy?
A development in the crash that killed 2 Warwick students.
And the head of the Catholic Church makes history in the land where Islam was born.
Good morning, Lancaster Catholic. I'm Erin Albright.
And I'm Chris Richards.
And here's your first week in review.
The temperature jumped below freezing to 60 degrees within a week? How? A possible explanation may be that Puxatawney Phil saw his shadow this past Groundhog Day, predicting an early spring for us all. Regardless, expect a rainy week with temperatures in the 40s.
Temperatures were around freezing this week when a little boy went missing in the North Carolina woods. Maggie's here with this amazing story of survival.
A toddler found safe after spending 3 nights in the woods says a bear stayed with him. 3-year-old Casey Hathaway wandered off from his grandmother's backyard in North Carolina. Searchers were joined by the FBI and even the Marines before the toddler was found. He suffered only cuts and bruises. But how did he survive the freezing temperatures? Well, Casey told his family that a bear stayed by his side for 2 days. Whether that bear was real or a figment of Casey's imagination is a mystery. But something saved the little boy's life. Sounds like a possible Jungle Book type scenario to me. I'm Maggie Boyle.
Every school in Lancaster grieved for the 2 students killed in the car crash right outside of Warwick High School this past October. A 3rd student was critically injured. This week, the driver, Deborah Slaymaker Walker, was ordered to stand trial. The charges against the 63-year-old Mountjoy woman are 3rd-degree murder.
Online shopping seems to be killing retail stores. Gretchen says there's another victim at Park City.
Even though there's a last-minute financial deal to save Sears stores nationwide, it looks like ours is closing for good. The Park City store has already begun its liquidation process. I went to Sears earlier this week and talked to some of the employees. Some said they knew this was bound to happen. Others told me that they thought the store wouldn't close for at least another couple of years. Online shopping is killing many department store chains. We've already lost Kmart and Bon-Ton. Now Sears? Is JCPenney next? I'm Gretchen Burtz.
2 weeks down, 1 to go before possible government shutdown. President Trump gave Congress 3 weeks to come up with $5.7 billion to fund his border wall. But the 2 sides don't even seem to be talking, and the deadline is next Friday.
The Oscar nominations came out this week. Allie McCormick says there's some surprises.
There are 8 films nominated for Best Picture, but chances are teenagers like us have only seen 3 of them. A Star is Born is one of them. It got less recognition than expected, but Lady Gaga got nominated for Best Actress and Bradley Cooper for Best Actor. The song Shallow was also nominated for Best Song. Bohemian Rhapsody is nominated for 5 awards, one of them being Best Picture. The Black Panther is the first Marvel comic figure to be nominated for an Oscar for Best Picture. So, will a really popular movie win this year or a different film? We'll find out on February 24th at 8 p.m. on ABC. I'm Allie McCormick.
Pope Francis made history this week. He became the first pope ever to visit the birthplace of Islam, the Arabian Peninsula. He celebrated Mass and had the largest turnout at a Christian service in the primarily Muslim nation. He hopes that the visit will lead to Christian and Muslim leaders joining together to promote world peace and reject war.
What you see on Twitter isn't always the truth. Toby is here with a commentary from the broadcasting class.
By now, most of you have seen the viral video of Catholic high school students from Kentucky in a confrontation with a Native American marcher in Washington. It happened after the March for Life rally. The boys were being heckled by a group called the Black Israelites, who made objections to their Make America Great Again caps. A tribal leader from a Native American group stepped in to defuse the situation. But all we saw in the first video was a boy with a MAGA hat going face to face with the tribal leader. Social media blew up with criticism of the students, so much that their school was shut down for a while. This is a perfect example of how there can be multiple sides to every story. But because we live in a time of Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, we form our opinions based on a 10-second clip. Lives and reputations can be ruined. Before coming to a conclusion, It's our job to find out the bigger picture. And that is our opinion. I'm Toby Prime.
This week, we found out that the TV ratings for Super Bowl 53 were the lowest in over a decade. Maybe that's because it was so boring. It was 3-0 at half. Ultimately, Tom Brady led his Patriots to a 13-3 win over the Rams to claim their 6th Lombardi trophy.
There's your week in review. Have a great weekend, Lancaster Catholic.